Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Nix at Night. My name is Nicole.
And I am Nicole.
And today we have a more serious topic.
We do.
To discuss with you because we have a very serious episode to discuss with you today.
We are doing A Different World, Season 5, Episode 14, and we are going to take it to the reenactment.
So you go to Hillman?
Yeah.
Y'all are going down in a football game.
Not likely.
With a better team.
You want to put your money where your mouth is?
Okay.
Let's do this then. That's right. Touchdown! Pay up. Yeah.
Money.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. You know, maybe if you had a couple more brothers on your team.
What, you trying to say that black people are better sports players than white people?
I mean,
about the mark on your car.
Hey, dude. Hey.
All right, somebody has to tell me what happened. I need the side of the story. What's your side of the story?
Man, the evidence is on my car. You saw what they put on my car.
I saw it.
They just, came and attacked me. We had a little bet going. They got upset because Hillman won and they lost. And then they, tried to fight me and my friend. And then wrote that word on my car.
All right, guys, what's your side of the story? Yeah, so we were just minding our business, me and the bros, and we were just walking, and he yells, "Hey, white boys, black boys are better in sports than white boys." And then he pushed us and his gangster friends came, and they tried to beat us up, and we ran because we didn't want to get in trouble. Well, guys, looks like both of you guys have some explaining to do because both of you have some fixing to do.
It's not like we can trust you.
Why? Because you're looking at me as a color and not an individual? So a lot of people have been requesting a different world. But we decided Hillman College, we decided to take it a little bit more serious route.
And we really want to talk about, is it a different world from then to today?
I like what you did.
Oh, girl, I be using that now, And especially in the media nowadays, 2019, we're starting to see this resurgence really of hatred towards other cultures. More specifically, white and black racial issues are really resurfacing in a way right now, at least for our generation.
Also against a lot of Latinos with this whole Trump administration.
And so there's a lot in this episode just about both sides of the fence and where the stance lies on how we understand.
That is a pet peeve that I have with certain shows from back in the day trying to play the fence or trying to be biased. Nowadays, we like, you know what? We're tired of trying to please both sides. This is what it is. We're going to call that out.
Yeah.
And so in that episode, they were dealing with some guys who obviously had a lot of privilege. They had a chip on their sleeves about these black kids and also feeling like their privilege was going to get them out of trouble.
Yep.
As we saw at the police station. And, and it just reminds me of what's happening now where we still have to explain what privilege is and how opportunities are so different and how they've always been so different.
And one of the things that we're really dealing with now in 2019, and this episode was shot in 92?
Yeah, so 27 years ago.
So it's
my math is correct.
We are seeing these influx of cases of these young black boys being killed by cops, and not even just boys anymore, women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, like, just on site. And I would love to hear from you guys on what do you think the solution is for us to move past the animosity between the races? Like, do you think we can get to that point is there a space of mutual understanding and respect that we can get?
Yeah, I mean, you got to realize it's different because region by region, you'll have some people who claim that racism does not exist.
Yeah.
Because where they were from and where they grew up, they didn't experience it.
Right.
But then you have a lot of regions still, especially in the South. I can only speak of where I'm from.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people who still are going through things. I was my school's first Black homecoming queen. That was 15 years ago. Was it 15? Maybe 14 years ago. Yeah, 14 years ago. You still have the KKK popping up in their meetings. You have people who are telling the people who've been victimized, telling them to get over it. And that creates more animosity.
Of course.
You know, because you're not being able to heal. You're not being able to express your frustration.
Al Sharpton talks about that all the time. Like, institutional racism is a thing. And it's still alive and well and popping. Like, obviously we can see that with the Trump administration drudged it up. And I'm almost thankful because now we can really talk, because what we thought was in the past is not so much in the past. And I just had a situation with the high school that I went to. Last year, the students of color had to rally because the student body president and her father showed up to the father-daughter dance dressed as Trump and a black football player, and the father walked around like yelling at the daughter who was playing the black football player the entire night, like in character. And then their friend came as, one of the fathers came as a Mexican, and then Trump was like telling them the whole time, we're gonna build that wall, go back over the wall. And this is like the student body president and her father.
Wow.
And there was no reaction.
If it wasn't for social media, so much more would be happening. And it's time that we really do try to find a solution. But in my mind, I really don't know what that solution is, because that means we have to go into all of these areas, all of these regions of America, and we have to cater a solution to each of the people in those regions, because everybody experienced it in a different way.
But here's where I think it honestly starts. Education of the history. Obviously I have friends and you have friends, we all have friends of different races and different cultures. And sometimes I'll have conversations with friends that are Caucasian about historic things that have happened to our people, and they genuinely don't know, have never heard of it. Like, it's not even a blip on their radar. And I feel like the reason why things continue to happen is because the education is not there. If we actually took the time to educate our students when we are in school about slavery, which is a huge part of this country's history, and not take a day or two or three and think that watching Roots is an appropriate situation to teach children of America about slavery, is absurd to me. And we don't know the reality and the hardcore facts about it, other than the movies that Hollywood chooses to give us.
Before history, because you can teach people, you can give them all of the true facts. If they don't take accountability and if they're not open to learning the history, then it kind of doesn't matter. Because I know a lot of people who've been gamed on real, true facts. I know a lot of people who do racist things and don't realize that it's problematic. And until someone like me or like you say, hey, what you're doing is a problem, they don't see it. But aside from me saying that to them, if they don't choose to realize it, to be enlightened by what we're telling them, then they're gonna play the victim, and that cycle is just gonna continue to happen and happen and happen and happen.
So like, there's still more work to do. That's just all that's said and done. And people who are allies, stand up and be an ally.
And thank you for being
and thank you for being an ally. And if you are a privileged ally, make your voice a little bit louder.
Yeah, use your voice. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? Work with us. Try to understand. Open your mind. Realize that some of the mentalities that we have are so outdated. You want to be outdated?
Completely.
You want to be outdated?
We move into the future.
Come on now. They about to have flying cars. Don't say that.
Self-driving. Okay.
Okay. We're gonna have a mind.
Cheers.
Okay. Don't have a little Buick of a mind, all right?
Hello.
Driving George Jetsons.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. And
it's Nite at Night.